Hello students, let's start important questions, pair of linear equations in two variables, part 2. In part 1 we have done 10 questions and we are starting from question 11 and the question number 11 is the incomes of A and B are in the ratio 8 is to 7 and their expenditures are in the ratio 19 is to 16. If each saves 1250 rupees, find their income. Find their income. Once again, look at this. The incomes of A and B are in the ratio is 8 is to 7. The incomes in the ratio 8 is to 7 and their expenditure are in the ratio 19 is to 16 and if each saves 1250 rupees, find their income. Okay, so let income of A be 8x and the income of B be 7x. Why? Because the ratio of their income is 8 is to 7. So let the income of A be 8x and the income of B be 7x. Okay. Now the expenditure. The ratio of the expenditure is 19 is to 16. 19 is to 16. So let expenditure of A is 19y and expenditure of B is 16y. Expenditure of B is 16y because the ratio is 19 is to 16. Clear? So income of A 8x, expenditure of A 19y. Clear? And income of B 7x and expenditure of B 16y. Okay, and income minus expenditure gives you saving. Income minus expenditure gives you saving. So look at here now. According to the question, A saves 1250 rupees, where the income of A is 8x rupees and expenditure of A is 19y. So income minus expenditure is equal to saving. So 8x minus 19y is equal to 1250 is your equation number 1. Okay. Now, as far as B is concerned, the income of B 7x rupees, expenditure of B 16y, income minus expenditure gives you saving, that is 1250. Saving is same in both the cases. Clear? So in front of you have two equations. 8x minus 19y is equal to 1250 and the second equation is 7x minus 16y is equal to 1250. Right? So we need to solve these two equations. So we are going to solve by elimination method, and here we multiply equation 1 by 7 by making coefficient of x as 56, and if you multiply equation 2 by 8, the coefficient of x becomes 56. So third equation, when you multiply equation 1 by 7, is 56x minus 133y is equal to 8750 rupees. Now on multiplying equation 2 by 8, the equation becomes 56x 128y is equal to 10,000 is equal to 10,000. Now in front of you, you have two main equations, equation number 3 and equation number 4. Okay. Now on subtracting equation 3 from equation 4, look at here, this is equation 4 and this is equation 3. We are subtracting equation 3 from 4, so needs to change the sign. This is minus, this is minus, plus, and a plus, and this is minus. So this is gone. So we have minus 128y and minus 133y. Sorry, plus 133y. So it becomes 5y, and here 1250, and now the value of y comes 250. Clear? Now putting this value of y as 250 in equation number 3, that is 56x minus 133y, y means 250 here. So 133 into 250 is equal to 8750. Clear? When you multiply this 133 with 250, we get 33250, that is 33,250 rupees. Clear? And now 56x is equal to 8750 plus 33,250, and 56x is equal to 42,000, and the value of x here is 750 rupees. The value of x is 750, and now here putting the value of x and y, the income of A is 8x, that is 8 into 750, that is 6,000 rupees, and the income of B, that is 7x, is equal to 7 into 750, that is 5,250 rupees, that is 5,250 rupees. Clear? So this is the question. Fine. Once again, look at this. Income in the ratio 8:7, expenditure in the ratio 19:16. This is important part. Let the income be 8x and the income of B is 7x, expenditure 19y of A and expenditure of B is 16y. Now since the saving is 1250, both the cases, so we have two equations, and now solve these two equations by elimination method here, and we get the value of y as 250. Here the value of y is 250, and the value of x, after putting the value of y in equation number 3, we get the value of x as 750. So income 8x, that is 8 into 750, that is 6,000, and income of B 7x, that is 7 into 750, and it becomes 5,250 rupees. Okay, come to question number 12 here, and the question is, okay, 1 kilogram of tea and 4 kilogram of sugar together cost 220 rupees. 1 kilogram of tea and 4 kilogram of sugar. The cost is 220 rupees. Okay. If the price of sugar increases by 50%, if the price of sugar increases by 50% and the price of tea increases by 10%, the cost would be 266. Find the original cost per kilogram of each. Find the original cost per kilogram of each. So let the price of 1 kilogram of sugar is X rupees, and the price of 1 kilogram of tea is Y rupees. Clear? Now, according to the first condition, 4 kg of sugar and price of 1 kg of sugar is X rupees. So what is the price of 4 kg of sugar? That is 4x. Clear? And 1 kg of tea. The price of 1 kg of tea is y. So according to the first condition, 4x plus y is equal to 220 rupees. Any problem? That is 220 rupees. Clear? Now, second condition. Look at this. He's saying new price of 1 kilogram of sugar is 50% more. It means x plus 50% of x. Okay? By taking LCMs, solve it, we get 3 by 2x. The cost of 1 kilogram of sugar in the second case is 3 by 2x rupees. Clear? And the price of tea increases by 10%. Look at here, 10%. So y plus 10% of y, because increase in the price is 10%. So y plus 10 upon 100 into y, and ultimately it comes 11 by 10 y. So the new price of 1 kilogram of sugar is 3 by 2x, and the new price of 1 kilogram of tea is 11 by 10 y. Clear? Now 4 kilogram of sugar, that is 4 into 3 by 2x, plus 1 kilogram of tea, 11 upon 10 into y is equal to 266. 266. This is according to the second condition. Clear? So take the LCM, solve it. This is 6x plus 11 upon 10 y is equal to 266. Is equal to 266. Now, on multiplying equation 1 by 3 and equation 2 by 2, look at this. Equation 1 here by 3 and equation 2 by 2. Okay, so finally we get two equations here. 12x plus 3y is equal to 660, and 12x plus 11 upon 5y is equal to 532. After multiplying equation 1 by 3 and equation 2 by 2. Clear? So this is cancelled. We are subtracting here. So changing the sign. So 3y minus 11 upon 5 into y here is equal to 660 minus 532. Right? Take the LCM as 5. We get 4y upon 5 is equal to 128. And the value of y comes 160 rupees. The value of y is 160 rupees. Now on putting the value of y as 160 in equation 1, we get 4x plus 160 is equal to 220. So 4x is equal to 220 minus 160, it's 60, and x is equal to 15. So in front of you, the cost of 1 kilogram of sugar, that is x, that is 15 rupees, and the cost of 1 kilogram of tea is 160 rupees. Clear? So important step. Second condition. Like it. The second condition, when the price is increased by 50% as far as sugar is concerned, so x plus 50% of x, it becomes 3 by 2x. Price of 1 kilogram of tea, 10% increase, that is y plus 10% of y. It becomes 11 upon 10y. Right? This is important. Now 4 kilogram of sugar, 1 kilogram of tea, total cost 266. Now you have two equations, all these two equations, and get the answer. That is x, sugar, 1 kilogram of sugar costs 15 rupees and 1 kilogram of tea cost 160 rupees. Clear? Now come to question number 13. And question number 13 is 7 times a given two-digit number is equal to 4 times the number obtained by interchanging the digit, and the difference of the digits is 3. Find the number. Clear? The difference of digit is 3. Find the number. So let the digit at unit place be x and the tens place be y. It's a two-digit number. Unit place be x, the digit at unit place be x, and the digit at tens place be y. Clear? So what is the number? Number is 10y plus x. The unit place x, tens place y. So what is the number? We have to multiply the digit which is at 10th place by 10. So 10y plus x. So this is the number. Clear? Now on interchanging the digit, when we interchange the digits, the number is 10x plus y. So initially, when the unit place digit is x, tens place digit is y, so the number is 10y plus x. Okay, when you interchange the digits, the number becomes 10x plus y. The number becomes 10x plus y. Clear? Now, according to the given condition, according to the given condition is 7 times the number, original number, is equal to 4 times the number after interchanging the digits. Clear? After interchanging the digits, the number is 10x plus y. So we need to multiply this by 4. Even 7 times the original number, that is 7 into 10y plus x. So 7 into 10y plus x is equal to 4 times, that is 4 into 10x plus y. Okay, when you multiply 70y plus 7x is equal to 40x plus 4y, and ultimately we get an equation here: x minus 2y is equal to 1. X minus 2y is equal to 0. This is equation number 1. This is equation number 1. Now come to the second condition, and the difference is 3. So x minus y is equal to 3. X minus y is equal to 3. Here we are not taking y minus x is equal to 3. It's x minus y is equal to 3. Because second condition, 7 times the original number is 7 times the original number is 4 times the number obtained after interchanging the digits. It means unit place digit is more than tens place digit. From here we are getting. Clear? So that is why the second equation is x minus y is equal to 3. X minus y is equal to 3. Okay. Now we have two equations. X minus 2y is equal to 0. That is equation number 1. And x minus y is equal to 3. This is equation number 2. Now on subtracting equation 1 from equation 2, so we get y is equal to 3. The value of y is 3, and on putting the value of y as 3 in equation number 1, we get x is equal to 6. Right? So after putting the value, that is number is 10y plus x. The number is 10y plus x. So 10 into 3 plus 6, that is 36. So the required number is 36. So the required number is 36. Clear? Right? 2-digit number. Let the digit at unit place be x, tens place be y. Number is 10y plus x. Clear? On interchanging the digits, the number is 10x plus y. On interchanging the digit, the number is 10x plus y. And the condition first, 7 times the original number is equal to 4 times the number after interchanging the digits. So 4 into 10x plus y. And solve it. The equation 1, x minus 2y is equal to 0, and the difference of the digit is x minus y is equal to 3. Solve these two equations. The value of x is 6, the value of y is 3, so the number in front of you is 36. Right? Now come to question number 14. Come to question number 14. Clear? Now the question 14 is, in a deer park, okay, the number of heads and the number of legs of deer and human visitors were counted. Number of heads and number of legs of deer and human visitors were counted. And it was found that there were 39 heads and 132 legs. Find the number of deer and human visitors in the park. Clear? So, question is clear. Deer park, the number of heads and the number of legs, and we have deers and human visitors. Number of heads 39. Clear? Number of legs 132. Number of legs 132. So we need to find the number of deer and human visitors in the park. Human visitors in the park. Okay. Now let the number of human be x and number of deer be y. Clear? Now according to the first condition, the first condition is saying number of heads 39. It means x plus y is equal to 39. Heads, as far as deer is concerned, one head, and human again one head. Okay, so x plus y is equal to 39. This is equation number 1. Clear? Now according to the second condition, legs 132 legs. As far as deer's legs 4, human 2 is equal to 132. So equation number 2. The equation number 2 is 2x plus 4y is equal to 132. 2x plus 4y is equal to 132. Human x, number of legs 2x. Clear? Deer y, number of legs 4y as far as deer is concerned. So 2x plus 4y is equal to 132. You can take 2 common, and finally the equation becomes x plus 2y is equal to 66. X plus 2y is equal to 66. So we have two equations in front of us. Equation number 1, x plus y is equal to 39, and x plus 2y is equal to 66. X plus 2y is equal to 66. On subtracting equation 1 from equation 2, so that is x plus 2y is equal to 66, x plus y is equal to 39. Needs to change the sign. We are subtracting, and finally we get the value of y as 27. And after putting the value of y in one of the equation, that is equation number 1, we get x plus 27 is equal to 39, and the value of x 12. So number of human, that is 12, and number of deer 27. Clear? Okay, so this question is clear to you, right? Number of heads 39, x plus y 39, number of legs 132. So this is important. 2x plus 4y is equal to 32. Clear? 2x plus 4y is equal to 32. Human 2 legs. So x humans, how many legs? 2x legs. 1 deer 4 legs. Clear? So how many legs for y deers? That is 4y. So total number of legs 134. And now you can solve, and after solving you get the value of x as 12, y as 27. So number of human 12 and the number of deer 27. Clear? Now come to question number 15th here, and the question is points A and B are 80 km apart on a highway. Okay, 80 km apart on a highway. One car starts from A and another from B at the same time. If the cars travel in the same direction, this is first condition. If the car travels in the same direction at a different speed, they meet in 8 hours. They meet in 8 hours if they travel in the same direction. Clear? if they travel towards each other, they meet in 1 hour 20 minutes. They meet in 1 hour 20 minutes. If they travel towards each other, what are the speeds of the two cars? What are the speeds of the two cars? Clear? Now, let the speed of the car which start from A is x kilometer per hour, and the speed of the car which start from B is y kilometer per hour. Is y kilometer per hour. Clear? Now, case 1. As far as case 1 is concerned, the distance A and B is 80 kilometer and they are traveling in the same direction, in this direction. Clear? And after 8 hours they meet at C. After 8 hours A reaches at C, and after 8 hours B is again at C. Okay, so after 8 hours they meet at C. Clear? So after 8 hours they meet at C. So distance covered by the car which start from the point A to C. Clear? The speed is x kilometer per hour. The time is 8 hours. So what is this distance AC? 8x. Distance is equal to speed into time. Speed is x. Time is 8. So the distance traveled by car A from A to C is 8x, and distance covered by car B from B to C, again the speed is y kilometer per hour. So what is the distance covered by car B in 8 hours? That is 8y. So this is 8y kilometers. Clear? Now, so what is the equation? This total distance is 80x, A to C. 8x, sorry. 8x is A to C, and B to C is 8y. So 8x is equal to AB plus BC. AC is equal to AB plus BC. Clear? So 8x is equal to this, AB is 80 plus BC is 8y. Okay, so 8x is equal to 80 plus 8y, and finally we get the equation as x minus y is equal to 10. X minus y is equal to 10. Clear? Now in case 2, when cars move in opposite direction. Clear? When car moves in opposite direction, they meet at say point D, but they meet in 1 hour 20 minutes. After 1 hour 20 minutes they meet at D when they travels in opposite direction. Clear? Now distance covered by car A in 1 hour 20 minutes, that is x into 4 by 3, that is 4 by 3 x. 1 hour 20 minutes, when you convert into hours it becomes 4 by 3 hours, right? Okay, now the distance covered by car B in 1 hour 20 minutes, that is 4 by 3 hours, is 4 by 3y. 4 by 3y. Now AD plus DB is equal to AB. So 4 by 3x plus 4 by 3y is equal to 80. 4 by 3x plus 4 by 3y is equal to 80. So the equation, when you solve, we get x plus y is equal to 60, and we have two equations here. The first one is x minus y is equal to 10, and the second is x plus y is equal to 60. Solve these two equations and the value of x comes, that is 35, and after putting the value of x in equation 1, that is 35 minus y is equal to 10, so y is equal to 25. Y is equal to 25. So the value of x 35, it means the speed of first car, that is car A, is 35 km per hour, The speed of car B is 25 km per hour. The speed of car A and the speed of car B is 35 km per hour and 25 km per hour. Right? Clear? Okay. Now come to question number 16. Come to question number 16. The angles of a cyclic quadrilateral ABCD are: angle A is equal to 6x plus 10, angle B is equal to 5x, angle C is equal to x plus y, angle D is equal to 3y minus 10. Find x and y, and hence the values of all the four angles. Clear? Okay, so here the important term is ABCD is a cyclic quadrilateral. In cyclic quadrilateral, the sum of opposite angles is 180. Opposite angles of a cyclic quadrilateral are supplementary. Okay, this is the characteristic of cyclic quadrilateral. The opposite angles of a cyclic quadrilateral are supplementary. It means sum of opposite angles of a cyclic quadrilateral is 180. Clear? So take two opposite angles. So we take 6x plus 10, that is angle A, and angle C, that is x plus y. So 6x plus 10 plus x plus y is equal to 180, and we get equation that is 7x plus y is equal to 170. 7x plus y is equal to 170. Clear? And now take angle B. Okay, angle B is 5x and angle D is 3y minus 10. That is 3y minus 10. So angle B plus D is again 180. Cyclic quadrilateral opposite angles are supplementary. So 5x plus 3y minus 10 is equal to 180, and finally 5x plus 3y is equal to 190. So in front of us we have two equations. 7x plus y is equal to 170 and 5x plus 3y is equal to 190. Clear? Now on multiplying equation 1 by 3, by doing so we are making the coefficient of y same. Here the equation 2, the coefficient of y is 3. So when you multiply equation 1 by 3, this becomes 3y. So on multiplying equation 1 by 3, we get 21x plus 3y is equal to 510, is equal to 510. So we have two equations in front of us, that is equation number 2 and equation number 3. Now we need to solve these two equations. So on subtracting equation 2 from equation 3, so look at here, that is equation 3 is 21x plus 3y is equal to 510, 5x plus 3y is equal to 190. Okay, so this is gone, we are subtracting, needs to change the sign here to 21x minus 5x becomes 16x is equal to 320, and the value of x comes 20. The value of x is 20. Now after putting the value of x in equation number 1, that is 7 into 20 plus y is equal to 170. 7 into 20 plus y is equal to 170. So this gives me y is equal to 30, right? And we have two values, x, y. X is equal to 20 and y is equal to 30. Now angles, angle A, 6x plus 10, 6 into 20 plus 10, it becomes 130. Now angle B is 5x, it means 5 into 20, that is 100. And angle C is x plus y, that is 20 plus 30, that is 50 degree. And angle D is 3y minus 10, that is 3 into 30 minus 10 is equal to 80. So the value of here, angle 1 is 130, angle B is 100, angle C is 50 degree, and angle D is 80 degree. Right? So all the four angles of a cyclic quadrilateral. Right? Now come to question number 17. Question number 17 here. Okay. Right. Question number 17. A man sold a chair and a table together for 1520 rupees. Okay. Thereby making a profit of 25% on the chair. The profit on chair is 25%. Clear? And 10% profit on the table. Okay, when he sold chair and table, he makes profit on the chair, that is 25%, and profit on table is 10%, and making 1520 rupees. Clear? Now second part, by selling them together for 1535 rupees, he would have made a profit of 10% on the chair and 25% on the table and 25% on the table. Find the cost price of each. Find the cost price of each. Clear? So let cost price of a chair be X rupees and the cost price of table be Y rupees. The cost price of chair be X rupees and the cost price of table be Y rupees. Clear? Simple. Now look at the first condition. In the first condition, profit on chair is 25%. It means the selling price of chair is X plus 25% of X. Clear? And profit on table is 10%. It means what is the selling price of table? That is Y plus 10% of Y. And total money received, that is 1520 rupees. Clear? 25% profit. So X plus 25% of X. Now 10% profit on the table, that is Y plus 10% of Y, and total comes 1520 rupees. Now when we solve, we get 125 upon 100x plus 110 upon 100y is equal to 1520. Now equation comes here, 125x plus 110y is equal to 1,52,000, and you can take 5 common, and finally the equation 1 becomes 25x plus 22y is equal to 30,400 is equal to 30,400. Clear? Now in the second condition, profit on chair 10%. So selling price X plus 10% of X. Profit on table, that is 25%. Selling price Y plus 25% of Y is 1535 rupees. Clear? Now this is 110 upon 100x plus 125 upon 100y is equal to 1535, and finally the equation second is 22x plus 25y is equal to 30,700. Clear? Now on adding equation 1 and 2, we get x plus y is equal to 1300, and on subtracting equation 1 from 2, we get x minus y is equal to minus 100, and the value of x is 600 and the value of y is 700. Y is 700. Look at here. Look, equation, wait. Okay, this is equation number 1. Look at equation number 1. Look at equation number 2. Look at equation number 2. The coefficient of x of this equation is 25 and the coefficient of y of the second equation is 25. Coefficient of y of the first equation is 22 and the coefficient of x of the second equation is 22. Okay, so do you remember? Yes, in these type of equations we need to add these two equations. We need to add these two equation once, adding 1 and 2. Okay, after adding 1 and 2, we get the result as x plus y is equal to 1300. And on subtracting one from another, here we are subtracting equation 1 from equation 2. So we get x minus y is equal to minus 100. So solve these two equations, that is equation number 3 and equation number 4. Here we get the value of x as 600 and the value of y as 700. So cost of one chair 600 rupees and the cost of one table is 700 rupees, that is 700 rupees. Clear? Now come to question number 18, and the question number 18 is wait. Okay, there are some student in the two examination halls A and B. Clear? We have two examination hall A and B. To make the number of students equal in each hall, 10 students are sent from A to B. Okay? To make the number of students equal in each hall, 10 students are sent from A to B. Clear? But if 20 students are sent from B to A, the number of students in A becomes double the number of students in B. Find the number of students in two halls. Find the number of students in two halls. Clear? Again, there are some students in the two examination halls A and B. To make the number of students equal in each hall, 10 students are sent from A to B. 10 students are sent from A to B. Clear? Now, but if 20 students are sent from B to A, the number of students in A becomes double the number of students in B. Find the number of students in the two halls. Clear? So let us start. Let the number of students in hall A be X and the number of students in hall B be Y. Number of students in hall A be X and number of students in hall B be Y. Clear? Now, he's saying if 10 students are sent from A to B, A initially number of student X, now we are sending 10 student to B. It means now in hall A we have X minus 10 students. Clear? And these students are going to hall B. So now in hall B there are Y plus 10 student, but by doing so students are equal, that is X minus 10 is equal to Y plus 10. Okay, when we send 10 students from hall A to B, the number of students are same in both the halls. So X minus 10 is equal to Y plus 10. So finally the equation is X minus Y is equal to 20. X minus Y is equal to 20. Clear? Now look at here, according to second condition, if 20 students are sent from B to A, so now in A number of student is X plus 20. Initially number of student in A X. Now in second condition number of students in hall A is X plus 20. Now in hall B how many students are left? That is Y minus 20. Okay, initially Y 20 gone, so left, that is Y minus 20. But the relation is this number is double of this, right? So we need to multiply this Y minus 20 by 2 so that they are equal. Clear? Now X minus 2Y is equal to minus 60 and here X minus Y is equal to 20. So on subtracting equation 1 from equation 2, X minus 2Y is equal to minus 60 and X minus Y is equal to 20. And finally we get the value of Y as 80, and after putting the value of Y in equation 1, that is X minus 80 is equal to 20. So X is equal to 20 plus 80. X is equal to 20 plus 80, right? So the value of x comes 100. The value of x is 100. So finally, number of students in hall A be 100 and number of students in hall B be 80. Clear? Question is clear to you? That was question number 18. Once again, look at here. There are some students in the two examination hall A and B. To make the number of students equal, 10 students are sent from A to B. Okay, 10 students are sent from A to B. When we say let the number of students in hall A x, hall B y, 10 students are sent from A to B. So number of students now in A is x minus 10 and in hall B is y plus 10. Okay, but they are equal. So x minus 10 is equal to y plus 10, right? So equation is x minus y is equal to 20. But in the second condition, here the number of students in A becomes double when we send 20 students from B to A. Okay, 20 students from B to A. Now in A number of student is x plus 20. Now, and number of student left in hall B is y minus 20. So x plus 20 is equal to 2 into y minus 20, because he is saying now the number is in hall A is double the number present in the hall B. Clear? So in the hall B there are y minus 20 students. So x plus 20 is equal to 2 into y minus 20. Now x minus 2y is equal to minus 60. This is equation number 2. This is equation number 1. So here x minus y is equal to 20 and x minus 2y is equal to minus 60. The coefficient of x is same in both the cases. So on subtracting equation 1 from equation 2 here, look at here, and minus y is equal to minus 80. So y comes 80. Okay. Now on putting the value of y, in equation 1, that is 80. So x minus 80 is equal to 20. So x is equal to 20 plus 80, that is x is equal to 100. Now number of students in hall A is equal to 100 and number of students in hall B is equal to 80. Number of students in hall B is equal to 80, right? Now come to question number 19. The question number 19 okay, not so clear, but fine. A railway half ticket cost half the full fare. Very simple. Railway half ticket cost half the full fare, but the reservation charges are same as on half ticket as on full ticket. Clear? Once again, the railway half ticket cost half the full ticket. The cost of the half ticket is half of the full fare, half of the full ticket, right? But the reservation charges are same on half ticket as well as on a full ticket. Okay, so the reservation charges on half ticket and full ticket are same, but as far as fare is concerned, the half ticket cost half the full fare. Clear? If the fare of a full ticket is 100 rupees, so half ticket is 50 rupees. But as far as the reservation charges are concerned, they are same. This is the beginning of the question. Now, one reserved first class ticket from station A to station B. One reserved first class ticket from station A to B cost 2530. No issue. The cost of one first class reserved ticket is 2530. Clear? This is आपकी first condition. Now in second condition, one reserved first class ticket and one reserved first class half ticket from station A to B is 3,810 rupees. 3,810 rupees. Now find the full first class fare from station A to B and also the reservation charges for a ticket. Clear? Okay. I am just reading once again. A railway half ticket cost half the full fare, but reservation charges are same on half ticket as on a full ticket. Clear? One reserved first class ticket from station A to station B cost 2,530 rupees. Clear? And one reserved first class ticket and one reserved first class half ticket cost 3,810 rupees. Now find the cost of full ticket and the reservation charges. Clear? Now we start. Let full first class fare of one ticket is X rupees. Full first class fare X rupees and reservation charges Y rupees. Reservation charges Y rupees for full first class or half first class, because the reservation charges are same. Clear? Fine. Now look at here. Cost of one full reserve ticket X plus Y. Simple. Fare plus reservation charge gives you cost of full reserve ticket, that is X plus Y. That is X plus Y, and it is given that 2,530 rupees. So X plus Y is equal to 2,530 rupees. Clear? Now important part is this. What is this? Look at here. Just wait. Yeah, this is the important part. What's happening here? Cost of one full, fine, one full and one half reserve ticket. Clear? So one full X rupees, any issue? Half is 1 by 2x, x by 2. It is given in the question. Half ticket charges is half the full ticket. So x plus 1 by 2x. This is charges plus 2y. 2y means reservation charges for full ticket y. Reservation charges for half ticket plus y. It becomes 2y. Clear? So this is important. X plus 1 by 2x. One full ticket plus one half ticket. X plus x by 2. But reservation charges y plus y. दोनों के लिए reservation charges same. So y plus y, that is 2y. So here now we have two equations. Equation 1, that is x plus y is equal to 2,530, and equation 2 is x plus 1 by 2 x plus 2y is equal to 3,810, and finally it comes 3x plus 4y is equal to 7,620. So we have two equations. One is x plus y is equal to 2,530, and second equation is 3x plus 4y is equal to 7,620. Clear? Now solve these two equations. So we need to multiply equation 1 by 3. Okay, by doing so we are making the coefficient of x as 3x, and here in the equation 2 already the coefficient of x is 3. The coefficient of x in the first equation is 3, and here is 3 after multiplying equation 1 by 3. So here when you multiply equation 1 by 3, it becomes 3x plus 3y is equal to 7,590. This is equation number 3. Now we need to solve equation 2 and equation 3. Clear? On subtracting equation 3 from equation 2, we get 3x plus 4y is equal to 7,620, and here 3x plus 3y is equal to 7,590, and When you solve, this is gone, and 4y minus 3y is y, so y is equal to 30. The value of y comes 30. Now after putting the value of y as 30 in equation number 1, we get x plus 30 is equal to 2530. So x is equal to 2500. So x is equal to 2500. Any problems? Clear? Now in this question the answer is full first class fare from station A to station B is 2500, right? And reservation charge is 30 rupees, and the reservation charge is 30 rupees. Clear? Full charge 2500 and reservation charges for one ticket is 30 rupees. Clear? Question is simple, but the second condition is important. That is, this wala condition is important. So look at again this condition: one full ticket and one half ticket. The cost is x plus x by 2. This is the cost, but reservation charges for full ticket, reservation charges is y. For half ticket, again the reservation charge is y. So y plus y, this is 2y. So this is x plus x by 2 plus 2y, and this x plus x by 2 plus 2y is equal to 3810. Okay, so this is equation number 2. Now you can solve equation 1 and equation 2 by equating the coefficients by elimination method, and the value of y is 30 and the value of x is 2500. If x is 2500, this is 2500. So the fare is, the full fare of first class from A to station B is 2500, and the cost of reservation is 30 rupees. The cost of reservation is 30 rupees. Clear? Now come to the last question of this part 2, that is 20th question. Okay. The question is, a shopkeeper sells a table at profit of 8% and a chair at a discount of 10%. Then by getting a sum of 1008 rupees. If he had sold the table at a profit of 10% and a chair at a discount of 8%, he would have received 1028 rupees. Find the cost price of the table and the list price, that is price before discount, that is list price of the chair. Clear? Question simple, right? Let the cost price of table be x rupees and the list price of the chair be y rupees. Clear? First condition is saying profit on chair 8%. So cost here x plus 8% of x, that is x plus 8 upon 100 into x. But discount on the table, that is how much? 10% discount. So here we have to write, that is y minus 10 by 100 into y, that is y minus 10% of y, that is 10 by 100 into y. So when we solve, we get 108 upon 100x plus 90 upon 100y is equal to 1008, and 108x plus 90y is equal to, this is 1,08,000. And when you solve further, we get first equation as 6x plus 5y is equal to 5600, and according to the second condition, profit on chair is 10%, that is x plus 10 by 100 into x, and another is discount on chair table, the profit is x 10% and discount is 8% here, so y minus 8 by 100, that is y. So y minus 8 upon 100 y is equal to 1028, and what else? Look at here, this is 110 upon 100 x plus 92 upon 100 y is equal to 1028. When you solve this y minus 8 upon 100, we get 92 by 100y, and when we solve this x plus 10 by 100 into x by taking LCM, we get 110 upon 100x. So solve. Finally we get equation 2 as 55x plus 46y is equal to 51,400. 51,400. Clear? Now on multiplying equation 1 by 55 and equation 2, here we have to multiply equation 2 by 6. Okay, when you multiply equation 2 by 6 and 1 by 55, the coefficient of x becomes 330 in both the cases. Now on subtracting, so 330x plus 275y is equal to this 3,08,000, and here 330x plus 276y is equal to 308,400. Right? Now this is gone after subtraction, and minus y here, minus 276y plus 275, it becomes minus y, and here is equal to minus 400. And what else? Here's the value of y comes 400, and on putting the value of y in equation 1, we get 6x plus 5 into 400 is equal to 5600, and the value of x comes 600. Right? So the cost price of table be 600 rupees, and the cost price of chair be 400 rupees. Be 400 rupees. Clear? So today we have done question number 11 to question number 20, 10 important questions as part 2 of pair of linear equations in two variables, right? And how many questions we have done for as important questions in this chapter? We have done total 20 questions. Clear? So just go through all these questions as practice, and thank you very much.